of the first graduates of NYU's Masters in Public Administration. So yeah, it's all for a good cause. So beyond his political life, Chuck and Todd both were, very appreciative of the arts. And I think for us, the arts, on a really basic level, it's a place where you're presented with a lot of different viewpoints, a lot of different opinions, and it's all okay. It's you're allowed to be free.
And
so
experimental. Yeah. So yeah, I think one of the things that drew me to participate in the auction was after I read his bio, and I was also, I do think it's important that kids get scholarships. I got a lot of scholarships and grants when I went to graduate school, and I am graduate school and undergrad, and I am a child of affirmative action in a sense. But I also think by having artists donate work to scholarships, it also can expose kids to other media arts other than just the stuff we see like on mainstream television. So I think it's can be like an interesting exchange that happens, because when I was growing up and I was in high school, I was always making short videos.
Oh, even like that.
Yeah, and so when I went to college, I was trying to major in mass communications, but 8 years later, I evolved into a video artist, and I think maybe if I had those options early on, I might have figured out who I was.
When you were making movies when you were a teenager, did you know that these short films could be art?
No.
No, this is really just for your own pleasure.
Yeah, and wanted to be a filmmaker and a performer and an actor, and so I think arts and media is at an interesting place right now, and again.
All right.
So in high school, I was always making the short videos, and I didn't know they could be, 8, 10 years later, they would be accepted into the art community. And so I think, had I had that type of exposure, it might have helped me figure out that avenue early on. And I do think, the arts are at an interesting place right now, and I think by donating to a scholarship and being artist chair, that it kind of opens that up and keep that conversation going. I don't think every single video I do is, age appropriate, but I do believe in like education and scholarships. And again, after reading his bio, I felt it was important, on the level of his appreciation for arts, the political thing as being, a minority or being a part of a marginalized group, and the fact that he was gay all those years and then came out, and me being like a young gay person, I think it's important.
Absolutely,
to have
that touches me
like
a lot too.
Yeah.
That it's really something really remarkable what Chuck did with his life.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, and so and I do think, when you're in a marginalized group, it is important to have like certain type of role models. And again, I was thinking about my own work and how I do have like a lot of sexual innuendo, in your windows,
Yeah.
in the work. And like even our culture is all sexed up, but I do think it's and kids gonna get that anyway. But I do think it's you can talk about those issues in an educational way.
Exactly. Or the deal is that a lot of the arts, it's all about being human in a way, and it doesn't have to be nice or sugar-coated. There are just some basic facts that people fall in love, or people have desires, or people want things. It's normal, and they've been presented in it's nice. The arts is a really great kind of non-judgmental form where you can really go all out, and it can be accepted, and it can be looked at in like more
A critical discourse.
Yeah, exactly. Which can make it safer to think about in a way.
Yeah,
so,
and confront it, and I also was thinking, also at this point in history, like having, a minority president, I guess, is a black president.
And
I
so,
hate putting labels.
yeah, is that this thing? Because we just everyone feels like he's our president, and
He
that's
is
a
our
beautiful
yeah,
thing.
yeah,
It's not,
yeah. Yeah, I mean, but I guess like visually, to like young kids, it's like this new visual role model,
Yeah,
and I think that didn't exist when I was in kindergarten. That might have would have made some of my choices different had that visual image been there.
Yeah.
Even as with Michelle Obama and the two little kids, like visually, like you even hear people compare it to the Cosby Show, but that was such like a fictional
Yeah, this is real
thing.
life.
This is like
and
real
it can
life,
really
so.
happen, and it's such a beautiful thing.
Yeah. So I think just, I'm not very happy to be a part, of this, at this point in time. And I believe in the arts, I believe in education, and, and so that's what, drew me to it.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. Yeah, just the Obama is just another option for kids, and the arts is another option for kids.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what it's about. You can
options.
see, I think it's good to throw a lot of things at kids and see what sticks, and they can pick what's right for them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, but anyway, it's just so nice. All the artists came together to donate work. I'm really touched by that, and they're beautiful things.
Oh, I love it. And when I saw the catalog, I was like, oh my gosh, because I hadn't seen the catalog before I committed. And then I got the catalog of like the other artists, not just for the auction, but the whole thing all together. I was like, oh my gosh, like this catalog is.
Yeah, Nigel
amazing.
Freeman is a really great guy. I've only, just getting to know him. But I think that's so forward thinking of Swans to have a whole African American department, and then you can put these beautiful cows. Just even going through, there's a lot of artists who are being rediscovered, and then also like the Barclay Hendricks. Have you seen that in Kalup?
Yeah, I was
It's
like, I have his catalog with just his work in it at home, and I was like, last night I was flipping through it, and my assistant, who's like my cousin, and I was just like, oh my gosh, I just love this catalog. And she's like, yeah, I did too. She's like one day I was here, you wasn't here, and I just picked it up, and you just keep looking at it. And the same thing happened when we got the catalog from the Swans. It's just like you just sit there, and it's this whole history of African American art that you actually looking through, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm actually
why hasn't this done before? I guess we're really learning a lot.
Yeah, so it's a really great cause on many levels.
Yeah, but it's really so nice that Nayland Blake decided to donate a work of drawing. It's really great.
It is.
And Arnold Kemp.
I know. Actually, Arnold.
Do you know Arnold?
I know Arnold because Arnold, when I first started making my drawings, which is some type, I don't know if it's irony, but he was like one of the he was an artist himself, and he collected my drawings. Like he brought my first.
I'm surprised actually. He tells me often when he's in Chelsea, he's inspired by something, and if it's something he'll buy it.
So that's our connection, and then the Jacoby's Tattlewhite actually worked as my assistant.
I didn't know that.
Summer, a year ago, and he actually worked on animating some of my drawings for a video
that's great.
Which is on YouTube. Which is something that is kid appropriate.
Okay, we'll look that up. That's so nice. It's just I think Xavier Simmons' photos are gorgeous.
Oh yeah, she's a friend as well.
That's gorgeous. What I can't believe that she was so generous with that too. So
it was somebody else.
Oh, Pat Coffey. Have you seen her show at Mary Boone?
I haven't seen it yet.
It's really beautiful. It's installed. The photographs are gorgeous. So.
And is that it? It seemed like.
There's Dana Shea.
Okay.
Yeah. So the colorful drawing of the head. I'm proud of what we all put together.
It's really great.
Yeah.
So any points?
I don't know what else we were talking about. Swans and kids and public service.
Yeah, I guess the thing, making a contribution and being a part.
Could you say it one more time?
I'm really happy to be making a contribution to an important cause and being a part of not just the community but the history, of art and political activism. Because I do see myself, I started a community festival years ago in my community, so I feel like this is, maybe helping pulling me back into that more, but just giving back.
Exactly.
Very,
Yeah, and I remember being a kid and just how the arts meant so much to me. You know,
Mhm.
I always knew that would be a place, you know, that I could fit into, and I'm grateful for that all the time. So, but hopefully we can do this. This auction can become a once yearly thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it
In
should. I think it
February we
should.
can get some lots together
Yeah.
and then, you know, help with the funds some more. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe events, you know, where we can meet some of the kids that end up getting some of the grants.
Oh,
That'd
that's
be nice.
true. Yeah, that would
Yeah,
be
I'd love
nice.
to like follow up
That would
on
be
that.
nice.
So.
Yeah, would be nice.
Good. The tape is done. So.
Yeah, okay. It's done, you know.
So we said you're gonna do an intro